Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm David Steele, and here's my truck. And today we are in a Peterbilt 389, and winter has arrived. Let's jump back in the cabin. I'm using a manual today, a sequential manual with a Cummins ISX double overhead cam. That's a new engine added to the Steel Productions engine pack. And I went ahead and installed Grimes Winter Mod for version 1.48 of ATS, American Truck Simulator, because the version 1.49 is... oh, gotta stop for this. Version 1.49 of the game is just around the corner. Or at least it's in open beta right now, and Grimes updates his mods pretty regularly, in fact very quickly, but I wanted to just explore. I need to stop. There we go. I wanted to explore the game in winter before the improvements that SCS have made to the game, and also another quick experiment with the Red Thunder Physics mod. That's a private physics mod that I've played around with before. I want to see how well it works in the snow. So yeah, it's been an interesting drive so far, and I'm just going to gently move off here. Let's see, I'm in fourth. Yeah, I don't like it when cars merge from the right like that. Yeah, it's been an interesting trip so far because this thing is a little skitterish. If it starts to snow, it's going to get worse because the simulation engine gives you poorer grip in on a wet road. Well, this road is not considered wet. I mean, who are we trying to kid, right? It's snowy. It's wet. Struggling a little bit with visibility in the Peterbilt, but don't worry, if it snows, it'll be even worse. The chance of rain or snow today is fairly high. It's 33%, and it's not that high, but I'd say it's realistic that we get a bit of snow today, or maybe even sleet. We're also getting wheel spin, and I'll lock the wheels fairly easily. I don't necessarily need to or mean to, but one of the reasons why I'm using the manual is it can make it life easier when you're driving in slippery conditions, because with the automated, and I've talked about this before, if it starts to wheel spin, it'll sometimes shift up, and then when it shifts up, if you've powerful enough engine or enough torque and it's slippery enough road surface, it'll go ahead and spin the wheels again, and then it'll shift up, and eventually it will stop spinning its wheels because you're in, like, you know, in this case I could be in 8 low doing 25 miles an hour, which gives me absolutely no acceleration whatsoever, and then you downshift, or it will downshift for you, and sometimes you'll get shift lock. Now most of this is because the driver has a lead foot or is not sympathetic to the conditions under the wheels. Speaking of wheels, quick wheel cam shot there. Got Grimes Frosty wheels installed. So yeah, it's most of it is attributed to the way that you drive. But there are occasions when it's just easier to shift myself. On the whole, I think I lean towards having an automated transmission, actually. Yeah, I like shifting myself, but if I'm going to do something else while just cruising along America's high-rise, I'd listen to a podcast or an audiobook, I want it to shift for me. Anyway, I'm short shifting through the individual gears here. It's probably not what I might do in real life. Who's to say, or what the truck driver might do in real life. Let's go ahead and put it in, let's just keep going, let's go for 7 high. There we go. Up to 75. I think it's okay at 8 low at this speed, but I'm going to keep it at like this. Bit of a gradient coming up. So I'm hauling the Halloween treats behind me. Let's just bleed the speed off. I like to use cruise control quite a lot. Whoa. Okay, that wasn't good.
Go straight.
And that's when an automated's very useful, because it will downshift for you, as opposed to hearing me fumble around with my gear shift. Okay, let's get back up to speed. These cars are going to have to merge, so I'll leave a big enough gap for Prius there. Really, Charger? That's a Charger, right? Oh, that was a bit aggressive of me. Shouldn't have done that necessarily. Don't run into me. Oh, wow. That's just not paying attention on my part. Done quite a lot of driving in the real world the last couple of days, and I pay much more attention to that. But I dare say I'm not talking whilst driving. Okay, now see how it feels getting up to 65, but I'm not going to use cruise and resume. I'm just going to get myself up there the old-fashioned way. So something Grimes talks about in his website is that you sometimes see colors come through and textures, like this green here on the left and the right. I don't have a problem with that. Snow can sometimes not completely cover, and I think it looks perfectly fine. And if it's snowing, you don't see that because it's too far away. Right, we're almost at 55. So today's cargo is nearly £40,000 of Halloween goodies. I guess they're on sale now. Whoa, steer, David. There we go. Jump back in the cabin. I think I want to just let the speed bleed off. I'm not entirely sure how well the physics mod's going to work in the snow. I have an idea that it's going to be difficult. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of a lag when you start to turn in, but you kind of expect that. Okay, to just bring the speed down a little bit. Let's use the engine brake. Let's hope it doesn't lock up the wheels. No, so far not yet. Very clumsy at my steering here because it's understeering and then it starts to bed in and grip. Okay. And it's also sensitive. Don't mean to threaten that red pickup truck. Alright, let's get back on a power, get it back up to 55. So yes, this is the Cummins ISX. I know I was playing around with this, I think it was about a week ago now. And it's ready, or it has been ready, so I released it into the engine pack. And if you get automatic updates, there's a good chance, or if you subscribe to this mod, there's a good chance you've got the update. I actually realized I had to go back and just add a date to those engines for the spec of the year of them, rather. And then I also noticed I didn't do that for the ISX 12 and ISX 15, and in some cases in fact no, also the QSX, and I am all over the road. I'm going way too fast for the conditions. Let's just let's slow it down. I don't need to be driving like a hoon. Yeah, wow. So yeah, I went ahead and added some dates to the engines. In some cases, the year might not matter because the power and torque curves are similar, but in other cases it does make a difference. The QSX 19, I think I put that one down as a 2007 because it matched the spec, but the engine in my mod doesn't use diesel exhaust fluid or urea, and it appears that it might use that as a prime power or a generator application, so it's probably going to want to use it on the road. So I may go back and revise that. I'm not sure whether I particularly need to, but well, I mean I should, but unless the engine developer has made Big Sandy. Unless the engine developer has made a right mess of the engine definition, you'll never run out of diesel exhaust fluid. It's taken care of automatically. Yeah, I'm going too fast. There we go. So from that perspective, I'm not too bothered about getting it right. I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't mind it being wrong because it doesn't make a difference to the game. Yeah, I mean, yes, but at the same time, get it right, David. So anyway, so the ISX has been the engine I've been working on recently. That's a 15 litre, it's EGR, double overhead cam, the name is ISX DOHC, and I've enjoyed it, I have to say. The one under this hood here is probably my favourite of the range, and that's the 525 horsepower rated and 1850 foot-pounds of torque. Why is it my favourite? Well, it's enough power to climb some pretty steep gradients with a pretty decent load behind you, but not so much that you feel you have to be a bit of a boy racer. And it's flexible enough. You do need to give it a few revs to perform. Cummins' recommendation is 1400 RPM at 65. Don't set your cruising engine speed at less than 1370. Good grief, this guy here overtaking. Now, does that mean I should be doing 55 miles an hour on 1200 RPM? Well, that's a good question. Should I be in 8 low? Oh, on a way station. Okay. I guess I have to turn left. Yes, I do. I'll turn left here. Okay. Alright, let's negotiate this. I guess I see it. It's pretty straightforward. It looks like it's a great big loop. That makes life a little easier, or a lot easier. I don't know what my gross vehicle weight is. What is it? 39683 cargo plus the trailer plus of course the tractor engine. So let's take a look. What do we reckon? Okay, just under 74,000 pounds. That is that's not particularly heavy, and there's plenty of power for that sort of cargo. Now, yes, so the 525 is probably my favourite. I don't know, I like the 525 X15 performance too. Probably for the same reasons. It feels a bit more than you might consider a normal engine or a fleet spec engine, but without going crazy. And so it's still fairly efficient. I got a little bit of wheel spin there, but not so much. I'm almost at my destination. Okay. Now, am I supposed to stop here or where? I don't think I am. I think I could be aware of the junction or intersection. So yeah, it's kind of a favourite PowerPoint for me. It's that little bit more than you might expect from a fleet truck, and I need to be changing lanes. But it's not excessive. Not that 600 horsepower is excessive, but the 600 horsepower version of the ISX, same torque as this engine, just at quite a bit more top end. I would say that's, I mean, you don't haul any better, but you've got a higher top speed. Yeah, so is it faster? I mean, yes. Can you climb a hill better? Not really, depending on how fast you're going. Can you cruise along at the 75 on the Texas Interstate better? Yes. Yeah, having more power certainly helps there. Alright, let's see where it wants me to put this. It's a single trailer, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Okay. Let's drop it to first. Let's take a quick look here. Got the stampeding, I think it's a Wild Stampede is the paint job I've got. Standard wheels and not that much in terms of chicken lights and chrome stuff. But it's just a clean looking 389. I'm going to do here is not got that much space on my left. Straighten the truck up and then pull past it and immediately give it I think it's right hand down I want at first. Let's see what space is in front. I've got plenty of space in front of me. Okay, I think this is probably good enough. Actually, yeah, it wants to be left hand down. So I get under the trailer here. It points the back of the trailer towards the spot. I want to avoid that red Mustang if I can. Straighten up and let the trailer steer towards the spot. I'm going to give it a bit of right hand down to avoid running into things. In fact, quite a bit more here. Straighten the tractor engine up a little bit more. Mind the skip. Yeah, so I've messed it up. So here I've started to turn in too early. So what am I going to do to fix this? I guess I'm going to go forwards. Right hand down all the way, then left hand down, and try and straighten things up. So I think there's a bit of space in front of me. Yeah, there's not that much, but there's a bit of space in front. Okay. And then put it back into reverse. A bit of right hand down to straighten things up, avoiding the skip. There we go. The trailer is normal, almost straight. I think a bit of left hand down. Straighten up. Once the rear wheels of the trailer are just about in the box, I'm then going to give it a lot of left hand down. I need to just try and position it a little bit better. Okay, that's good enough. Let's give it a full left hand down. Yeah, I messed it up. Okay. So full right hand down. We'll straighten up the tractor. We'll pull forward and hopefully a nice clean backing. Yeah, I could probably make it work, but there's a roof there. Thankfully this Mustang is some distance from where I need to be, so that's good. So pull it forward. There we go, and then I straighten things up, and we should be, well, kind of square on, or we're not that square. We'll hope that the foreman's happy with how I've parked. Okay, he's happy here, but I want to just straighten up a little bit. I'm not really the happiest with this, but I don't want this video to be a 45-minute long episode of 25 minutes of me parking and the rest of it driving along. So let's see how well we did. So 167 miles, 31.2 gallons of diesel consumed. So that is about 5.5 miles per gallon, which is fair enough for a 15-litre engine. Well, winter has arrived, at least as far as this mod goes. Hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, you know what to do. If you absolutely detested it, then go ahead and click dislike. Leave a comment below, subscribe if you want to see more crazy adventures, and I'll be back for the next one. Thanks ever so much for watching. Goodbye.